Flags are raised and away they go. Off to a very bright start. Aurora Princess already a good 5 lengths in front, and this is the second leg of the Corinthian Challenge Charity Race Series over 1.5 miles. Is quickly reeled in by Fair Damsel. Prominent is Noble Anthem, and going up in between horses is Damsel, and the blue cap is turned away. Typical Thomas next, then Heiser Multi, Man Wall. Back marker of the leading group is Sefton Warrior as these go away from Stutzikini and Drakensberg, both well off it in these early stages. As Typical Thomas and Neve Ash nudge on to lead, followed by Dance Emperor, Amy Murphy disputing second place with Aurora Princess and Michael O'Neill. In fourth place is Manwall and Abigail Riley. Slotting back into fifth is Noble Anthem and Damien Moore, winners of the Nace leg, when just outpointing Michael O'Neill in a gripping finish. Break of 3 lengths then to Heiser Multi and Dad and Dunn. After them is Turn Away the Blue Cap, worn by Anna Cropper. As they race uphill, they're well strung out. Fair Damsel and Martina Dempsey next on the inside, the purple jacket. And then there's a gap back to Sefton Warrior, Emer O'Gorman, Stutzikini, Vivian Connolly go away from Drakensberg and Hazel Smith at the tail end of the field. They've passed the halfway stage, and racing on well ahead of the field is Typical Thomas. Now leads by 6 lengths to Dance Emperor. In third place and niggled along is Aurora Princess with gaining ground, Noble Anthem. These 4 gone some way clear of Manwall and then Turn Away, Heiser Multi, Fair Damsel and Sefton Warrior. Coming down for the turn into the straight with 1/2 mile to go, and not so far in front, Typical Thomas is quickly reeled in by Noble Anthem. 5 lengths to Dance Emperor. In fourth place as they hit the straight is Aurora Princess, and this quartet are a long way clear of Turn Away, who moves into remote fifth. They had a Fair Damsel, and then Sefton Warrior, Heiser Multi, Manwall and Stutzikini racing on up the straight. 2.5 furlongs to go. Typical Thomas and Neve Ash are picked off on the outside by Noble Anthem and Damien Moore. Running on again is Aurora Princess and Michael O'Neill, then Fair Damsel up the running rail, a gap back to Dance Emperor. Noble Anthem on the outside is the definite leader, racing well inside the final furlong and a half. Opens up from Typical Thomas, Fair Damsel. Aurora Princess can't offer any more, and out in front, doing it easily, is Noble Anthem and Damien Moore. He's easing up in the plate. Fair Damsel is fairly motoring on the far side, and Fair Damsel and Martina Dempsey have come late to win it from Noble Anthem. And Damien Moore, in nonchalant fashion, might just have thrown it away than Typical Thomas.
Martina Dempsey's going to have a word with us here after winning the second leg of the Corinthian Challenge. Martina, what a thrill that must have been for you and Fair Damsel.
Oh, it's amazing, yeah, it's really, really good. I was delighted with it all.
I believe you were talking to Nick Luck this morning and gave everybody a heads up that this filly would go close.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of punting going on for me as well, so must all worked and gave me a bit of luck today.
Now talk us through the race, because you were a long way back with a 1/2 mile to go, but you got a great run down the rail. When did you think you might get there?
I knew she'd stay and I knew she'd finish well, so I just had to be really, really patient and wait to ask her. But I knew when I asked her she'd pick up, and that's what she did, and just kept going.
And for those that might have seen you on the show this morning, have you been riding out for Dick Brabazon much here at the Curragh?
Yeah, I've ridden out for Dick for years, kind of on and off, and Saturdays and in between jobs, but at the moment I ride for him every morning, and then I have an afternoon job, but Godolphin Fine start in the afternoon, so it's a nice mix to be out in the mornings and in the afternoons. Definitely.
You spent a bit of time with Frank Ennis earlier on in your career, didn't you? Just give people an insight into what a character Frank was.
Oh, well, anyone that knows him doesn't need any insight, but Frank was a really amazing man. So many people have worked with him in the industry, and he's very sadly missed, but he gave me a great start. When I went into him, I was only stepping off ponies and could barely ride, and that's who taught me how to ride work and gave me a great start in the industry.
I'm sure you'd have been really proud if you could see you today. And talk to me about this reception. You got some crew with you here today, haven't you?
I've got a big family and I've got lots of good friends, so I'm very, very lucky.
Brilliant. Well, listen, many congratulations and thanks for talking to us. Good luck in the final leg.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Racing TV's YouTube channel now to watch more great races like this.